Hello everyone, Praise Scooter here, and welcome back to what is probably going to be the finale to Metroid Prime. So, last time, we gathered up the 3 or 4 power bomb expansions I was missing, as well as the last of the Chozo Artifacts, which I forgot to read, so hey, we'll start off the episode doing a little bit of that. Oops. But this is definitely going to be the ending, because there's really nowhere else to go. There's no more map to explore, and I do remember what few things are left here. The last thing here is basically we're going down into the planet to the thing that was heavily alluded to being the big bad hiding in the center of the Earth. Oh, I can't. Can I not read these? I guess I can't read these. I thought I had the option to read these. I guess not. Oh well. Well, thank you for blowing up Ridley. Chozo. Lords? Whatever you are. Well, let's step into the beam of light. That is the most awkward transition in Impact Crater. Okay. So we're just teleported to the Impact Crater. Oh, a save point. I'll stick with my ship for the last save point. Do we have a map of this place? Kinda. But yeah, so the Impact Crater. I guess this is where all my scanthing... Aims to create a phase on unshielded bioforms. So the translation, this stuff hurt even more. Well, oh wait, what was that? These are... Oh my god, they are a friend! Against travel in swarms to increase their odds of survival, they absorb and radiate phase on enemy, making them swarms a threat. Ow! Well, now you have to heal me. Listen, I'll make the... Good job. Ow! Want you guys to heal me. Okay, fine. You don't have to heal me. So they still managed to make this stuff even deadlier, but I guess this is the last of our scans we're getting right here. Does that... It jumps to 95. Again, I think I'm still missing some, but... Eh? Hello? Oh, good. A fission Metroid, my favorite! Wrong one. Well, I'm going to save as much of my materials as possible. But this is... I did have that clip where it's like, oh yeah, I know how to fight fission Metroids. Ah, bugger. Doesn't mean I'm not bad at it. Oh. I could also just kick them in. Limited data. And that tells me it's another fission Metroid? Yeah, fission Metroids. They just split apart and become two beings. So it's basically a color coordinated thing with these guys. And unfortunately, unless the shot chases, I'm not going to charge shot these things. I should, but I don't. But yeah, I just want to... I want to scan as much as possible because... Yep. Alright. There you are. How did you hit me? No, this one. Get out of the pit. I guess these are basically to be here to be like, hey, do you remember how to do? Do you remember how to swap weapons really quickly and where your weapons are? Oh my god, they're everywhere. I still want to scan as much as possible though, so this will definitely stay on for the time being. And another one saw me. I'm holding my ground. That is red, right? That is red. Red and blue. Please stop attacking me. Stupid fission Metroids. So the impact crater. The thing that's been talked about for so long throughout the entirety game. The place where everything came to die. And great, another fission Metroid. I'm not going to fight it on these tiny platforms. I think I just... No. Leave me alone. I'm not going to fight this on these tiny platforms. This is a spot I will fight it, though, so I can at least jump in the corner. That's not what I picked. I don't like that there's actually doors everywhere in here. Like, the one up top is this is another save room. Why is there another save room here? I'm gonna be dumb and ignore it, but why are there save rooms like every 2 feet? Oh my god. You know what? I'm done with this. Come here. Everybody come here. Nope. Everybody come here. I'm done playing this game. I am done playing these games. I will power bomb, even though power bomb's probably a valuable resource that'll help me trounce the final boss this game. Oh my gosh. I am so tired. No. I am so tired. I am just so tired. That was a missile. That was a missile room. That was a missile room. That wasn't a save point. Haha. Well, joke's on you. I don't need it right now. Nope, I'm through the door. Cannot be touched. In the door. Still no data on this, huh? Yep. Trust me, this is not filling me with any sort of hope doing this. Just let it go long enough for me to get out of here. Okay, cool, thanks. And curiosity, why are you here? Oh, you're just a way out if I happen to fall in. Okay, noted. Still don't like it. Oh! Ah. The big bad of the game. I see. So, this is oddly enough one of the few things I remember from when I watched this game a long time ago, and how to the point where I was like, yeah, I know how to beat this thing. I know how to fight this thing entirely. Let me just do a quick scan here, when I can. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is our title drop. Also, let me get that scan in first. The Metroid Prime. This aberration, known as Metroid Prime, is the source of Phazon, making it immensely powerful. A genetic flaw makes it susceptible to certain weapons for brief periods. Only its head is truly vulnerable. Other attacks are a nuisance. Offensively, Metroid Prime has a number of natural and mechanical weapons at its disposal. These include ultra-frigid breath, multi-missiles, snare beams, and particle wave projectors. Its massive strength and barbed carapace make it lethal in melee combat. Recommend maximum firepower when engaging this enemy. Don't have to tell me twice. And I managed to shoot this thing. Well, that's kind of my plan. Whack! My plan is just to unload on this thing. Oh. Oh, it's not this point. We don't do that yet. Can I do this? I can do this. Man, it helps to buy those beam upgrades, huh? Not even buy, like, find those beam upgrades. So, which one are you doing now? Which one? Because I will match you blow for blow. Now it's the part of the fight I know. Stay put. Okay, cool, thanks. Hold that thought. Okay, what do you want next? Oh, that's its tell it's gonna do the thing. Oh, it just changed. Yeah, stay on this one. You're gonna help me. So I think every time it reels back in pain, I have to go in these crevices. That's how to avoid damage. I'm just gonna shoot it a couple times and see if it stays like that. It probably won't. Ice time! Ice 9. Oh. I mean, I'm still gonna do it this way. Maybe not. Oh, it left. I should be more freaked out, but unfortunately, this is like the one thing I remember seeing of the game. I still remember very clearly, is the fight with... I'm standing on this. And... Okay. So you have chosen violence. Unfortunately for me, I have also chosen violence. So I'm going to take a couple shots in here until you change, and ice. Hold that. I'm just going to pull back until it lets go of me. Okay, so apparently that's just scripted that it does that. Here, hold this. At least I remember how to break out of it. Huh. You can break out of that, too. That's cool. Here, hold that. You know, this fight, not that bad. Do this until it changes forms, and it wants to do this? Well, don't mind if I do! I love this stuff. Missiles low. Yeah, I wonder why. Could it be that I'm pumping every ounce of missiles I have into the Metroid Prime? Gee, I wonder. It's going to become a real problem when I get to the last bit here. Anyway, what's your attack? Well, that didn't work how I hoped it would. Let's get a little bit of health here. Anyway, well... Man, these are really just here to help me get health, aren't they? Get health and more missiles. I mean, I'll just take the hits until it decides to change over. This isn't really all that bad. Like, this is really the strat. It's just to use your beam power-ups that have, like, super missile things charge them and then fire away. That's really all it is. Oh. And I am actually doing that thing now where it's just, like... I'm doing that thing now where I'm, like, using... Oh. I'm out of missiles, I think. I'm out of missiles, so... Yeah. I mean, I can manual aim, that's fine. Oh, don't do that. Don't do the big beam. And... Oh, Wow. What a threatening display of power, I see. You are a being of incredible power, Metroid Prime. This feels kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't scan the balls, I just realized. Oops. Well, I didn't say 100%. I did say not 100% scan data, but at least 100% items. Let me scan Metroid Prime. The core essence of Metroid Prime. Scan indicates that the Phazon energy from the Metroid Prime is vulnerable to all conventional weapons. Only attacks from Phazon-fueled arm cannon will damage it. It generates pools of Phazon when it attacks. Use these to fuel your suit's Phazon weapon system, and the entity can also spawn Metroids to assist in battle. Rendering yourself visible, you say. Well. Would you like to do something so I can fight back, maybe? Well, okay, that was my chance. I was about to say, that's my chance to get at it. Is this Phazon right here. But even if it's... Yeah, even if it's, if it's invisible, I can still see it, right? Oh, gosh. I didn't mean to do it like that. I meant to get out of that mode so I can see what's going on. Hello? You're still invisible? Can I just thermal visor you? No, I cannot. Ah, it makes me change visors so I can see it. That's a good final trick. Well, you can summon Metroids if you want to. I'm just gonna blow them up too. Just as long as it's not fission Metroids, that's all I ask. Just don't make them fission. Come on, do the funny attack. You know you want to. That's not a funny attack. Goofy Metroid, I can see you. Oh, there they are. Well, watch this. Come over here. There we go. Oh, I was given power bombs. I wonder if that's a strat. It's just a power bomb around the arena. Well, it looks like this is unfortunately kind of a waiting game to be like, oh, when would you like to attack, do anything so I can attack back? It's the waiting game, boss. What the GameCube was very well known for is wait for it. Okay, you can attack me now. Scooter, why did you say GameCube era? You're playing this on Switch. Yeah, this Metroid Prime was originally a GameCube game. How'd it look? Oddly enough, probably not much different than this. I'm gonna be honest, probably not much different than this. Hi, how's it going? I can see you. I see you. Ow. Okay, maybe don't goad the Alpha and the Omega creature. Hi. I know your next attack is going to be... this is just weird. It just cycles between visor types that can be seen with. Like right now it's X-ray. Next it's going to be thermal. And oh man. Well, let's go in here. There we go. Ouch. Okay, that was on me. But yeah, now it's gonna be normal visor, and that'll probably be the last attack too. I thought these were all 100 healths that I was picking up. I guess there were only 20s, but still, some health is better than no health. I kind of wish this thing did more attacks. I'm not gonna lie. I really wish it did like a couple more attacks. Yep. Get angry. Get angry and then do something. Thank you. Oh, we're not done yet. Because I valued living over finishing the fight. Well, anytime you want to put down the last pool, I could stand to get out of here. I should scan that pool, actually, now I think about it. I'm going to scan that pool whenever you put it down. Because I don't have any need to scan any more Metroids. Can I scan this pool? I cannot scan this pool. Well, game set and match. Oh, I don't think the Phazon infused Metroid is very happy. I'm gonna go with it's not very happy. Just gonna put that in a limb. What do you think you're... Not the souk! Not the souk! Bad touch! Bad touch! Bad touch. Hello? Critical mass! Critical mass! Too much Phazon! Man, that tells me the Phazon suit was stupid powerful, too. Crater collapse imminent. Evacuate immediately. Ah, yes. The Metroid staple of leave immediately. Do we actually have an escape sequence? Yeah, do we actually have an escape sequence? Or oh, we actually don't do an escape sequence. The game, it's gonna do it itself. Now, something I will touch on that's probably gonna come up here in a second is something that happens with every single Metroid game. You get a little alteration to your ending, depending upon how fast you beat it and with what item completion. And maybe this game potentially also scan completion. So because I got 100% items, I probably just get the ending where it's just Samus with her helmet off. I know there is probably an ending or two where it's the Zero suit, Samus in her Zero suit, and a couple other appearances. But, yeah, with that, that's, unless something else pops up here, yeah, that's Metroid Prime. We're not going to be done with the video quite yet. There's going to be a little bit extra to this. I want to go look in the extras, see if anything fun pops up. But I do know that in the original Metroid Prime, if you use the Game Boy Advance to GameCube Link connector, you could actually, at least while you were in your normal power suit until you got, like, the Varia suit, you actually could have a fusion suit variant for Samus. So, a blue power suit. I knew that was something you could do, so it's a nice little touch, but unfortunately, in this day and age, even though I do have access to the Game Boy Advance online shop or whatever thing, there probably is not correct proper connectivity to make that work for Metroid Fusion. Anyway, so Metroid Prime. I will say Metroid Prime, this was a fun game. This was a fun game to go through. I'm glad I finally got the chance to go through Metroid Prime. You can tell by the tone of my voice that this didn't completely wow me. Like, I will say, the combat is leagues better than a lot of Metroid games. Because you actually feel like you have full 3D movement and can actually dodge attacks instead of just which elevation do you want to be at? Oops, you picked the wrong one. Get shot out of 3 elevation types. But that's like, in comparison to other Metroid games, that's where like a lot of my praise for the game ends. No pun intended in my actual username. So combat, it's a lot more involved, but everything else with the game seems super clunky. Like, keep in mind, up to this point, we're talking GameCube, so Metroid, Metroid 2 on Game Boy, Super Metroid, and Fusion released in the same time window, or the same year, I believe, as this game. This was a, say it with me now, class, this was a rough transition from 2D to 3D, in my opinion. They did very well bringing Metroid to a 3D perspective, and it did feel like, you know, I was exploring like I would in a normal 2D Metroid. But I will say, if you handed me... I actually can't decide, so I'm just going to say both. If you were to hand me, in one hand, Metroid Dread and or Fusion, and the other hand, Metroid Prime, and said, please pick one to play, I'm picking the Fusion or Dread in your one hand. That being said, Prime is still a good game. I still enjoyed my time with it. It was fun. Like, there was a part where I started having trouble trudging through it, and it may have been a little bit because, you know, of that fear I mentioned earlier on in the series of like, oh god, Metroid in a 3D aspect. How do I handle this? And, you know, that was what before I even played the game and I wasn't interested in Metroid. But now, like, I don't know, the game intimidated me way early on before I played Metroid as it is. This game intimidated me by itself. And now that I have played all but, I'll say one. I played all but one of the 2D Metroid games. I'm still was a little daunted by this game. But it's a good adaptation, taking a series that has really only been 2D up till Anthology. Well, yeah. How do I phrase this? Proper years-wise. Up to 2004, which is the thing when this game released. Up to 2004, a series that had only been represented in 2D, even when Smash Brothers was brought into the picture and is 3D, still 2D. I will say it was a good adaptation and a good move. From what I've heard and what has been told to me in the past, people say Metroid Prime 2 is way better than 1, and that would stand to reason, because a lot of times, the second game in a series irons out a lot of the bugs. You know, makes it... Excuse me. It irons out a lot of the bugs that the first game has and makes it a lot better. So I'll put on the table here, right now. Here's the table. There it is. If Prime 2 gets a remaster sometime soon, expect a playthrough similar to Prime 1 for me. Because I would want to do words. I want to keep going through this series. Even if like it hits a quote-unquote lowball point at times for me, I do want to keep going through the Metroid series. Because as I was telling one of my high school friends, and as one of the two friends I mentioned who wants to disown me because I hadn't played Prime until now, now that I understand Metroid and this structure of this game series, now that I understand it, I want to experience it. So, and I will say, even if Prime 2 Remastered isn't a thing in the future, I do have alternatives. I do have an alternative. I mean, I do have the Wii Prime Collection, which is all 3 Metroid Prime games on a single disc. So if there is enough quality action for you guys, or it's been enough of a drought that there's not been a proper Metroid Prime 2 release for Remastered, I'll boot up the Wii version. Although I think you can still use a GameCube controller with the Wii version. I'll boot it up and I'll play Metroid Prime 2 at some point. Though I will admit, I'm probably a little Metroid out for now. Especially considering I think these last 10, I'm going to say 10 videos. These last 10 videos were all like one, I did it over a couple days, but they were all like a big 20-hour stint over the course of like 3 to 4 days. But anyway, I think I managed to ramble my way through this. There is one or two things I want to look at or see. One, to see if I get some kind of interesting ending for post-credits here. What is this sudden 30 FPS FMV going on? What? Hard difficulty unlocked. Oh boy. Oh, that's Samus model. That Samus is looking a little rough. But reminder, Metroid timeline, this game happened right after Metroid. The very first one, or Zero Mission. So I'm not going to play hard difficulty, because that's just hard mode. That's really all it is. I think it just adds more health to enemies, or makes you take more damage, one of the two. But the thing I wanted to look at is to see if anything in that extra menu... Hello? Well, the Phazon do... Oh. Oh, freaky. I mean, I'll save. And then I'll be upset if any of these files corrupt. Oh, will I be upset? Anyway. So, I want to go dive into the extras menu here really quick. And see if anything catches my eye for in the extras menu. Because we've been unlocking extras. And this has been something that's... The game's been flashing. New things unlocked in extras. New things unlocked in extras. And it looks like we're missing a few. So, Phazon suit. We have seen all of these, thankfully. So, it's just... all of this. I'm just thumbing through because we have seen like every single one of these. Oh, this is cool. You can kind of see a detailed version of the model. Soundtrack. Watch this be missing stuff. Yep, this is gonna be missing stuff. And probably because I didn't scan everything. And this is just concept art, which I'll leave be. But well, I just wanted to look at that really quick. That was all. Everyone, thank you for watching this playthrough of Metroid Prime, specifically the remaster version. There's a random jump cut here because I didn't know what else to say, but thank you again so much for watching. The next playthrough series will start up on Monday. There'll be a couple days of normal weekend mumbo jumbo, but yeah, you all have a great rest of your day and take care. And before I go, I should say, overall, from what I've played of Metroid games, my list is basically right now goes, I'm going to say Dread, Fusion, Super, Prime, top to bottom. And then 2, to an extent. Because I haven't finished 2, but I played 2. I played like 90% of 2. Anyway, take care, everybody.